Hi, I'm Cherish with Brass Knuckle Pinups Rescue, and this is
Kat with Hands to Paws Animal Rescue.
And we are asking you guys to join us for an event on January 24th. It will be indoors at Vineyard. It'll be indoors and outdoors at Vineyard Community Church.
And by the way, that's a change in venue. If you've already received an email from us, we are actually now relocating that.
Yeah, we had it at Grace Kennel, and we have changed that spot to Vineyard Community Church in hopes that we would have more people participating. All the vendors will be indoors in the heat, and then we will have the big screen movie outdoors for the public to view from 6 to 8:30. But basically, we wanted to get everybody that has the common mission of saving animals and animal welfare together, because we know that you guys probably face the same problems as we do in rescue, and that's getting the emails that tell you they want to rehome their animal and they need to get rid of them by 5 o'clock that day, or training issues, just a lot of rehoming issues, or I found a stray, or the negativity that you might get because you can't take in an animal or because you're not allowed to take in an animal. So this event is for us to educate the community and the public on what our regulations are as shelters, rescue groups, veterinary clinics can talk about health issues for the animals. We can talk about the cost of taking in an animal from the time it's rescued until it gets adopted, which sometimes can take years. That I just think the public is just unaware of, and we want to change that, and I think the only way to change that is to educate them. We want more people involved in fostering, and maybe they don't know what that entails, or they think that they have to pay all of the cost of that animal, and every rescue group is different, which is why we want different groups there to represent their group and tell what their fostering program looks like, and the different volunteer opportunities that volunteers can participate in.
Yeah, I think that probably when we're talking about people resources, that fostering and volunteering are big for all of us, shelters and rescues. And even though I know that we're probably daily posting and trying to get fosters and volunteers, maybe this personal contact will help make people more aware of our needs, and maybe make them have that desire to actually help us. So I think that's a critical thing. No animals will be at this event, but you can definitely still promote your adoptable pets by having we'll have access to electricity. We just need to know ahead of time on the registration link that you need that, so you can promote through a PowerPoint or your website the animals, or a book or poster. So definitely, although pets aren't allowed, we can promote those animals while people are there, and then you can follow up on that. And then we also talked about, for our veterinarians who are watching this video, we really would love to have representation from you regarding what are the requirements for vaccinations here in Georgia, and the local ordinances for vaccinating and registering animals. And talk about the benefits of microchipping, and how that can help with a pet that maybe gets lost. And then just to talk about some of the communicable diseases that our animals here in the South have, and how they can prevent that. We all know that prevention is really the key, and how treatment can be done, and maybe some resources that might help folks who don't have the money. And actually, I just thought of a critical one we didn't mention on the last video: spay and neuter.
Oh, yeah.
So huge spay and neuter. I think we all know maybe we could be put out of business if you...
which would be great.
Yeah, if you're in a shelter or rescue business, and we'd love to be put out of business by having people spay and neuter, and there would be no need for rescue. So we'd love to see people promoting the benefits of that. If you have a voucher program, promoting vouchers for spay and neuter, I think that's huge for us in this area.
And I just want to touch on the shelters for a second. I think it's really important for the community to see what role they play in the animals that are euthanized at shelters, and why the need is to euthanize. Obviously, none of us get into this to want to euthanize animals, but it is a reality, unfortunately, that animals are euthanized due to space. And I think a lot of people don't realize how thankful I am for us to even have an animal shelter in our county, because there are counties that don't have animal shelters. And those people are not getting involved to try to euthanize as many animals as possible. This is a community problem where if we would spay and neuter our animals, there wouldn't be as many animals in shelters. And that, if you have all these animals and you have no place to put them, then what do you do? I don't think that the public really understands their responsibility in that. And so that is something that we definitely want to share with them and try to educate them, that it starts with them, and the great job that the shelters are doing for the animals by not allowing them to suffer on the streets. So we would like for any rescue group that's local, from Aiken to, I don't know, Burke County, wherever, and any shelter, Columbia County, Richmond County, Aiken County, we would love for you guys to come out to this event and just help us educate the public.
And don't forget our veterinarian clinics and our animal welfare and advocacy groups. We'd love to have you here to explain to the community what you do and what the needs are. So hope that you'll click on the link that will be below and register for the event.